Hello, Jessie at CMS Roofing. This is Joel from JND SEO, and I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can improve your website and actually get ahead of your competition. So the first thing today is that I want to make this as quick as possible. I don't want to waste any of your time. I don't want to waste mine, so I'm going to try to hurry this up here. And at the end of the video, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I don't mind providing some information. If you guys want to hear more at the end of this too, you can always reach out and ask me. We can set up a 5-minute call and I can answer any questions. If also, there's a lot of information here that you guys can also take and apply to your site as well. All right, so the 3 things we'll talk about are content, citations, and backlinks. So we'll start with content. So I'm just looking at your page to see about how many words of content you do have on it. Content can be in pictures and buttons as well. And, I'm just scrolling through your page. Google recommends having about 1,500 words or 2,000. You guys actually don't have that much, as we can tell, but you do have a blog, and blogs work very similar. The reason why Google wants so much content is that they want to know that you're providing essentially education, and sites that are providing that much education and material out there is going to help Google too, because it's going to bring more people in searching for that and finding that. So they're going to rank sites higher. The other reason, though, is a blog does the exact same thing as that content, where, with good headers here like you guys have, it provides a lot of information, valuable tips, strategies, and it's going to bring people in. So they really do like blogs as well. So actually, the fact that you guys have this is a really good thing, and it makes the fact that you didn't have as much content as they'd kind of recommend kind of a moot point. However, let's look at the competitor here. So we're going to look at Baker Roofing, and they're a big company. They are spread across North Carolina and South Carolina. And as we can see, they have nowhere near 1,500 or 2,000 words of content either. And I do not see a blog on their site. So therefore, by you guys having a blog, and actually I would say you have more content than they have, I would say in this department you guys are ahead of them. But the idea would be to get ahead of them in all 3 topics that we're going to talk about today. But the other reason that it is important to have that much content is that with the more content you have, the more keywords you can put into that content. I've used roofing, Charleston, South Carolina here. It's just my example. It's also what new customers would search. First thing they would normally see would be ads at the top of the screen. We're not seeing any in this area. So the first thing they're going to find is the map section, or the GMB Google My Business. So top 3 companies are going to show up in this little preview window. These are all based on citations, which brings us to our second topic, which is citations. And citations is when you get your business name, address, and phone number all listed together into a directory site such as Yelp, Yellow Pages, Home Advisor, just to name a few. You can also use your social media for this and link those to your site as well, as long as everything is exactly the same for the name, address, and phone number. After that, we're going to get to the organic section. We're going to get 10 results showing up per page here. And these all start to kind of come in as a result of our keyword, which was roofing, Charleston, South Carolina. So number 1 goes to Baker Roofing. That's why we're using them as kind of our example. 2 is going to go to Charleston Roofing and Exteriors. And 3 is going to go to Holy City Exteriors. So what I want to do next is I'm going to take your website, cmsroofingsc.com, plug it into a program that I use called Eris, and this just allows me to kind of see how your site is performing. And the first thing I do notice is that you guys have your headers on your page. This is a really good thing. We got your name, and you do have one of your kind of call outs here with your offer with a free roof estimate. Now, next we're going to jump into our third topic, which is backlinks, and it does go hand in hand with referring domains. So right now you have 145 referring domains. These are just websites that you have these links on. So you have 423 links on these 145 sites. So it's about not quite 4 per site there. The more referring domains you do have, the better. This is going to be like these sites vouching for you, and that's going to make your number here higher, which is your trust. The higher this is, Google recognizes they're going to basically rank you higher with more referring domains. It's going to give you more keywords that you can be found for. Right now, you guys do have 28 keywords you can be found for, and that's bringing in about 30 visitors to your site per month. So we're going to look at your keywords here in a second, but I'm just going to jump over to Baker Roofing. We can see they've got their headers up here as well, their name as well as a few keywords. Now they've got about 1,500 referring domains or websites with about 19,000 backlinks on those sites when people click the links back to Baker Roofing. So these are all, of course, increasing their trust, which is a 48 because of that. They're found for 4,900 keywords, bringing about over 8,000 visitors to their site every month. So we're going to first look at your keywords, and then I'll show you Baker's keywords. First thing we see is your name, CMS Roofing, Columbia, South Carolina. And we have 50 people searching you by name just like that every month. For this one, you guys are in the first position, so we know there's 10 results that show up per page on our Google searches. So being number one is the best you can be, so great job with that, guys. And typically being number one is going to get you about 20 to kind of 35% of the overall volume. And so by being number one, you guys right now are getting about 18 visitors of the 50. So, the more of these you can kind of add up, the better. And obviously, if the volume's bigger, that's better as well. However, better to not use the national terms and have kind of the specific location. So these ones all have to do with your name. So they're all people who kind of know you or have seen your name somewhere. So let's jump into ones that people just search online and find you. So that would be like Roofing Companies, Columbia, South Carolina. We see 100 people search this every month. And you guys are number 33 for that. So that's going to put you in the middle of page 4. We've actually know that from research that 80 to 85% of people will not go to page 2. So you really do want to be in the top 10 for all of the keywords that you're going to want to be found for. So for you guys, I would say actually all of your traffic right now is coming from these top keywords because these are the ones that you're all on the first page for. After that, we jump to page 3. And even this one, you can see it's 0.10 of actually these ones. So really, all your visitors are really coming from these top 3 here. And this one's giving you 0.6 of one, so it might give you one every month or two. But these top 3 are really where you're getting all of your visitors from. So let's just hop over to Baker. Now Baker is in a couple states, so they do have a ton of keywords. So I think what I'm going to do here is just put in Charleston to filter them out. And that's going to bring us some of the ones that are the best for this local area. So roofing companies in Charleston, South Carolina, 150 people do search this exactly phrase every month. And they're number 1 for that, so they're getting 50 of the 150. Roofing contractors, number 1, 28 of the 80. Roofing companies, they took out the in, 60, number 1, 21 of the 60. We could keep going, but I think you guys get the idea. The more of these you are able to get in the top 10 for, it really starts to add up with your visitor totals. And, that's going to bring more visitors for you. So 100 visitors to your site typically is about 20 to 30 phone calls. And then depending on, what your closing percentages are, that could be probably between 2 and maybe 4 more jobs per month. For you guys, now that you do have all the info, though, really 3 things you can do if you guys aren't looking to grow or you're happy where you're at. Obviously, you don't have to do anything with the information. If you guys have someone who kind of currently works on your site and you are looking to grow, you could definitely show them the video. It's got some tips in it that would help them out. And number 3, if you guys are looking to grow and you do want to add some more customers and visitors to your site, then, feel free to ask me any questions and, I can answer those for you. Thank you for your time. Really appreciate it. Have a great day.